Hi guys, and
Hello.
first of all, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to me. It's an honor to be able to discuss music with you. And yeah, let's start with how do you approach the songwriting process? What is the first thing that you go through when you're making a new song? What's the first component?
I think it's the lyrics I start from. It's usually the lyrics. Me and Anders, we write together. Yeah. If we have a conversation like, could it be cool if we had a song like this or like that, or was about, I don't know, today's troubles or what's going on in the world. Yeah, sometimes we just jam something together, and we pick it up at home, and sometimes it's trash, sometimes it's good.
How long does it usually take you to make a complete song, if it's this kind of process?
These days it takes 2 weeks. Back when we made the first record or demos, it was a long time. It could be a month, 2 months, maybe a year sometimes.
You've been touring a lot as well, and you're mostly known for your live shows here in Denmark and also in the international scene. So how are you feeling now when the current situation, the pandemic, is not allowing you to have live shows? What are you focusing on during the pandemic?
We actually did a show the Saturday before the lockdown Thursday, and then we started in the studio.
Yeah.
And it has taken almost a year now.
In terms of concerts, do you have like a favorite concert memory from your past shows?
There's this graveyard, no, not graveyard, was a junkyard over here with trash cars. And we know the guy who owns it. And he threw a big birthday party, and he was stacking cars on top of each other to make a stage out of cars. So that was amazing, and they did burnouts in front of the stage. So I jumped on one of the
while we were playing.
Yeah.
When we released Party Like a Rockstar, our single, we used this confetti cannon, and then we had to clean it up afterwards.
Let's talk a little bit about the new album. We already have one single from it, which sounds really promising.
It's just a song about there's something going on in the world right now. So it doesn't have to be the current situation, but it's inspired by what we're going through. It's like I don't like to, for example, mention politicians or dates or years or something like that, because I want to be current when you pick it up as a listener.
So is the new album going to be similar to your previous record, or are you trying new stuff with this one?
From our first record to the second, there was much more things we wanted to try out, and much more stuff you couldn't do at that time, or we were not experienced enough to do it.
Lucer sounds like Lucer wants to sound right now. And now we had this collaboration with Kristoffer, who's a bit pop metal-ish kind of guy.
We have been watching him and his band for a long time, so we were like, okay, we need that larger than life sound. He's good at inspiring what you already have, or show you what you already have. Because sometimes you're trying to write a song or find a new sound. It's like, what will people think, or what are your own?
Are you allowed to do this?
Yeah, exactly.
You're a rap musician.
Do any of you have a favorite track you made?
It depends on
the mood.
Yeah, or which situation. If you're hearing it or you're playing it live, I think Working in the Moonshine is the best right now. Maybe it's gonna be the new one.
I keep coming back to one of the new songs on the new album. It's called Death Wish. Every songwriter last year used the word anxiety all the time. And I was like, people are really asking for it.
Yeah.
I think it would be actually the title track from the first album we did, Bring Me Good News. For me personally, it's kind of like timeless in a way, but it still brings me back to when I was 22 or something.
It also kickstarts every show.
Yeah, it does.
But the new single is pretty good as well. I think it's.
Where do you find the inspiration to make the music you make?
Normally, it's what people say, actually, or talking about. It's the same thing with anxiety. I was like, when I heard that word so many times, and people are down and out and depressed all the time, I'm asking myself, are people having a death wish or something? I gotta write a song about that.
When the time comes, hopefully soon we'll be able to see live shows again. But if the time comes and if you have the possibility to tour with other artists, who would you choose to support you on the touring cycle for the new album?
Is it wishes
or is it?
I would probably. In Denmark, it would be Kristoffer's band Hero. Out in the open, it would be something like Youngblood.
Beefy Clyro could be a nice match as well, I think.
I shoot for the stars. Guns N' Roses do the warm up.
Who inspire you to make the music you make right now?
Yeah, there's a few at the moment. The score, we're looking for inspiration. You always look back on what you heard when you were a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So it could also be like, I don't know, Oasis or, what else?
Nirvana.
Yeah, Nirvana.
Paul and Mudd.
Yeah, Machine Gun Kelly and Youngblood and.
We're really listening a lot to a band called Nothing But Thieves.
There's also like a new wave coming up in rock music. I know it's more mainstream-ish, but maybe it could do something for the rock scene, like when Miley Cyrus is doing a rock album with Billy Idol. AC/DC is AC/DC and Deep Purple is Deep Purple. So if you want to make something new, you make something new.
What's the favorite song for the audience speaking?
I think it's Party Like a Rockstar.
Yeah, makes sense.
But I think what made the biggest impression on people was when we came out with Ghost Town. Okay, people know the 1, 2, 3, 4 rock and roll, blah blah blah, but then they hear something different and they react to it. It's like, wow, what is this?
About the song "The Night the Music Died." Is it about a specific person or is it just about music in general?
It was at that time when David Bowie died, and I was like, if it was my hero who died musically, what would it be like?
Any announcement you want to make? Now is the perfect time, I think.
Release a single soon?
It's called Trouble.
Okay.
So beware.
I think it was great. Thank you for anything.
I think I got it all out.
Okay.